I temporarily forgot the subject of the woman I helped with the ceremony. I even thought that I would no longer remember it, as each ceremony is a new journey, a new scenario, with other matters to deal with. But to my surprise, she continues to be part of the story as events unfold. I continued with my life, participating in shamanic ceremonies whenever possible. On one occasion, I participated in a shamanic ceremony in a place that I really like, and whenever possible I go there. It is about 7 hours away from my city. The name of the shamanic ceremony space is Dreamerland in Curitiba, Paraná, Brazil. As soon as the ceremony began, I began to visualize the following scenario, where I saw a place on the edge of a lake, where I witnessed 7 people arranged in circles in front of a bonfire. Each of them held a bowl with some herbs. In front of them a large cauldron was boiling, preparing a kind of tea or bath. I don't know exactly what was being prepared, but a master led the ceremony, adding herbs and other ingredients to the cauldron. In addition to these 7 people sitting with their bowls, many others were there, mixed together. The only incarnate people visible were the 7 seated, the others had already passed away and their spirits. After the ceremony, I shared what I saw with the ceremonialist about this scene, and he said that the next ceremony could be by the lake, which made me extremely happy. I returned to my home in Sao Paulo. As the days went by, I began to express my desire to go on a trip. I decided to do an English exchange in Ireland, more specifically in the city of Lisava, Company. Tipperary. With everything ready for the trip and tickets purchased, I participated in the last shamanic ceremony in Curitiba before leaving. However, due to the rain, the ceremony had to be held indoors, away from the lakeside, as I expected. After this event, I returned to Sao Paulo and, 4 days later, headed to Paris, from where I would leave for Ireland. In Paris, I decided to add a walk to Santiago de Compostela to the itinerary. I planned to start my walk along the French Way, starting in Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port. However, upon arriving at the hotel, things started to go wrong and the fear of continuing the walk began to arise. After 2 days in the city, I felt the urgency to go to Ireland. I contacted the exchange host and asked if I could arrive earlier, and he said yes. With everything scheduled to leave, I decided to make a brief visit to Portugal before heading to Ireland. On the day of my departure to Ireland, I contacted the host again to let him know that I would be leaving the next day. To my surprise, he didn't respond, and, when he finally did, he said that there was an error in the dates because another exchange student had asked to stay at his house for another month. Desperately, I explained my situation. I was far from home, but he soon reassured me, saying he would solve the problem and find a new family to host me. So, I left for Ireland, where a new family, located in the city of Virginia Cavan, was waiting for me. Upon arriving in town, I contacted the new host, who informed me that his wife was coming to pick me up. The story continues in the next video 3. If you enjoyed it, subscribe and leave your like.